there, and welcome back to another episode of 10-Sided Dice on WTEN Plus. The show is all about playing some Dungeons and Dragons, rolling some dice, and telling some stories. I'm Jackson Tollerton. I'm one of our digital producers here. I'm the host and dungeon master for this episode and this series. Today, I'm joined by a couple of my lovely friends, Julia McPadden and Sara Eads. What's going on, my friends? How are we doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I am dandy. I'm excited to get to some D&D-ing with you two. First time on the show. Thank you both for joining me. Now, we're not strangers, of course. Julia and Sara play in a D&D campaign with me that we've been together for almost 6.5-ish years right now, going on 7 next year. Playing almost every single week, which is crazy. Why don't we give everybody a little bit of just background on you two and your D&D playing and careers and whatnot. Julia, how about you? How long have you been playing D&D for? What's your story?
Yeah, I've been playing for about a decade, so much longer than I should have been, probably.
No, right on. So you've played in a bunch of campaigns before, right? And this one that we've been doing together for years now has been going on. What's your kind of like background of fantasy fiction? Like, did it all start with D&D? Did you have some other stuff before you got into it?
Yeah, started more with D&D than you would expect. I wasn't like a Lord of the Rings person at all. We were like a Star Wars family.
Awesome.
But started playing about 10 years ago. My sister got me into it and then just kind of spiraled from there.
I love that. Awesome. How about you, Sara?
So I pretty much started when we started the campaign.
Cool.
Playing 7 years ago almost at this point. I had a little bit of knowledge in it, but it was never anything serious.
Okay. How about you? Like, what's your favorite kind? Are you into like other kind of fantasy fiction?
Yes, I do read a lot of like romantasy books and stuff like that.
Nice.
Prior to it, I do like a lot of fantasy movies, so that was my knowledge before D&D. So.
Love it, yeah. You two, you were also into little anime and stuff like that too, little fantasy adjacent stuff. Anybody new to the series? We're going to be playing some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons today, and we have a new adventure we're going to be starting, as you can see on the bottom of the screen there. Vengence at Vylmire Manor. So let's take a quick run through on who our two heroes are going to be playing today. Julia, how about you? Who are you playing?
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing Maeve Merriweather. I feel like that's mostly what I can say until she gets into who she's playing as well. I don't want to take it away from her.
Human fighter, right?
Human fighter, yes. Pretty accomplished. Are we getting into level or?
Oh, sure, yeah. We're playing a 7th level campaign today. Yeah, a little mini adventure. How about you, Sara? Who are you playing?
I am playing Maya Merriweather. I am a 7th level sorceress, wild magic.
Oh, all right. So your duo here, you might have noticed, same last name for the characters. You two are playing sisters, I believe. And I have crafted a dastardly little little adventure we're going to go on with our two adventuring sisters. So sweet, yeah. Well, I think without further ado, we'll go to our first break, and we'll start right up with the new adventure when we come back. Alrighty, and welcome back to 10-Sided Dice. So we're going to be jumping into our adventure here today, Vengence at Vylmire Manor. So, Maeve Merriweather, Maya Merriweather. The two of you are both adult sisters. You have lived in your home city for as long as you've been alive. You've started to dabble into adventuring life in your early adult ages, and you also had a sister, Millie Merriweather, who was starting to follow in your guys' line of work. when, unfortunately, I would think that we'll go ahead and say about a year ago, Millie was killed in the evening hours in the city streets. Come to find out, after an extensive investigation, the Baron, and now former Baron of the city, Lawrence Swain, was found to be the killer of Millie Merriweather, your sister, and had also been found to be the perpetrator of other murders in your home city. Lawrence Swain was kind of put on trial, and through investigation and other magic means was revealed to be a vampire. However, through some schmoozing and connections, Lawrence, the kind of like nobles and elders of the city deemed that after decades of service to the area, that Lawrence Swain would not be put to death, nor would he be sent to prison even. He was merely exiled to the hills on the outskirts of your home city, to where he was to basically live out the rest of his days in shame. However, this did not sit well with the other two surviving Merriweather sisters, and you two have taken it upon yourself to head out to those outskirt hills, to Vylmire Manor, where Lawrence Swain is now believed to be in exile, and you have come to take matters into your own hands and get your revenge for your sister's death. So Maeve, a strapping young warrior, Maya, a skilled practicer and wielder of arcane magic, a sorceress. You two have spent about 3 hours heading out of town. Now, to get to the hills out in the and where you see ahead of you Vylmire Manor. Now, I should have thrown this out maybe ahead of our start, but I'll throw it to our first decision now. About what time do you think the two of you would work to kind of approach Vylmire and try to get vengeance on Lord Swain? You guys going to go at night? You going to try and go morning, afternoon? When do you think the two of you would approach?
So hear me out. I think in no way are we going to be deeply honorable about this. I think we set out so we arrive in the morning still.
Yeah.
I'd love to kill a man in his sleep. That's fine.
Yeah, and also knowing very well that he is a vampire, approaching a vampire in the dead of night seems to not be a great idea.
Yeah.
So you two, I would say, maybe head out, just after like 1 a.m, and approach you start to hit the hills, you hit the outside, and you can see within like 100 feet of you, kind of rising up, this kind of rickety structure. A manor is a bit of a stretch here. It's a term used for kind of like a higher up kind of home, but you can see that this place has definitely fallen into a state of disrepair, and is why it is kind of left alone on the countryside. Early morning, I'm going to say, like, the sun is starting to kind of like creep over the hills, and the two of you kind of like crunching in like the dew-covered grass, approaching this tall house. Unlike when he was the Baron, there are no guards or no soldiers protecting this manor. And the two of you make your way up to the front steps, unbothered, unnoticed. The first sign of life that you see is, I'm going to call it like a big black and brown, like Rottweiler dog, where you can see kind of like sitting on the front porch of this big stoop with these two kind of like double door entrance into the manor. As the two of you walk up, right away, this big dog at the two of you standing in the doorway. What do the two of you do?
Do you have anything to shut it up?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't really want to kill a dog.
Yeah. I can polymorph him.
I can try to animal handling, but if you've got the spell slots for it, polymorph this dog into a word.
I kind of want to save that one, though. I only have a +1 to animal handling.
I've got a +4 if we want to just try to calm it down.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Sure. So you the two of you see this dog start start to go off, and the two of you go to like a crouched hush, trying to calm this thing. So we'll cut to our first dice cam of the episode. So Julia is going to be rolling for us an animal handling check, trying to coo this dog into relaxing. Maeve is going to make the roll. Maya is going to be helping her by kind of like assisting with the calming down of the dog. So Julia will be rolling it with advantage, gets to roll it twice, 2 dice, and take the higher roll. So here we go.
I can't see. One of those is a 19.
Yes.
Boom. So total would be
23.
23. The two of you start to like work to calm this dog down right away. You guys haven't even gotten inside yet. The old guard, who needs a night when you have a loyal dog to alert you the inside to upcoming travelers. Well, it doesn't last long. This big tough looking dog sees the two of you kind of like hushing it, and he immediately seems to turn into like like a cuddly kind of like house dog, and like kind of like plops on its side as the two of, and like expects pets from the two of you, easily being quelled by your hushing.
This is just like your real dog.
That's right. Just like coming to play D&D in my house.
It's a proven strategy.
Both of you see that the dog is now kind of out of the doorway, and you have, and he seems to be, he's not like chained to the porch. He's just laying, on the porch. I should probably say it's kind of like ending of summer. It's probably like early, like mid-September. So a little bit of chill to the air, but still like 50s. It's not like it's too cold outside.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want to try and head inside?
The dog's like in good shape, right? Not to derail.
No. Good question. No, it does not seem to be, maybe not like perfectly prim and proper, but does not seem to be, abused or neglected or any way. So this dog's getting fed.
Making sure he's got water and food.
Yeah. Dude, no, that's very nice. You look at the dog and you make sure that it's able to kind of fend for itself for at least for now. And he seems healthy. He kind of seems like, hey, where are you guys going after giving a couple pets?
I mean, I guess we got to take him with us when we leave. We are going to kill the guy who's feeding him. So
he'll have no food afterwards. So.
Yeah, so give him a little scratch. We'll back for him later.
Nice, love it. You make your way, the two of you, to the door. I should have said, so Maeve, wearing full set of like heavy plate mail armor, has a 2-handed great sword, full knight kind of look. Maya, you have more of a somewhere between like travel clothes and like a robe on as a sorceress, ready for what might come inside. Where do you think the two of your characters kind of are, like, heading into this place? Like, you guys are, I'm going to say you both have, like, spent some time on the road. You fought, things like highwaymen, maybe some goblins, maybe you've run into, like, the occasional ogre, maybe even stuff up all the way to, like, an owl bear. This is most definitely, like, if the stories are to be believed, one of your more intimidating approaches as adventurers, entering what is believed to be the den of a vampire. But you have a reason to be here. How do you think the two of you would be feeling?
Nervous, probably.
Yeah, I think we established that Maeve was the older sister, or like the eldest sister of them all. I think there's just that sort of like blank mind of like, it's okay to be nervous, but at the end of the day, we've got to kill a guy who killed our youngest sister. So just kind of like pure determination for the task.
Love it. Yeah. You both kind of recall that she was found kind of in an alley, only wounds on her being like 2 neck pricks where she was found very kind of drained of blood, an early sign of this Baron's vampirism. But he was allowed to scuttle out to the countryside, and now you're here to make him answer for it. So you're both at the door. Who's heading in?
Well, is it? It's open, right? Or is it we need locked?
It does not appear to be locked, but both doors are closed.
Can I listen on the other side?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
See, like, if there's anybody there.
Love it, yeah, go ahead and roll me, this is going to be a perception check.
Okay. I'm not good at this, but we're going to try.
And that's what's important, is trying.
10.
10 total, okay. You listen on the other side. It seems fairly quiet. You do hear with a 10 what sounds like little like pitter-patter skittering of some kind of small creature on the other side.
Well, there seems to be something small on the other side.
Either rats or his feet are so small. He's tiptoeing around.
Get little tap shoes on.
You gotta get a hobby when you're banished to the hills.
He's just doing like a little tap dance as you guys enter.
We thought he was going to be sleeping.
That's actually why we have to kill him. We hate art.
Listen, the guy's a vampire, that's one thing. But what I can't abide, tap dancing. That's
my hard stance. Tap dancers.
You were kicked out of tap dancing school. That's
Oh,
why.
and I have a vengeance. Yeah.
I'll get that Vengence at Vylmire dance school.
I feel like we could just go on in. I mean, I'm not the stealthiest. Clearly, I'm dressed in full armor.
I have a +3.
Better than me.
So.
Do you want to take the charge?
Sure.
All right.
I'll stealthily try to open the door.
Push the door open quietly.
Standing behind, gleaming in the sunlight.
Go ahead and I want one more roll here. Give me a stealth check.
Um, 10.
You push the doors open. This loud creak kind of comes through.
We'll do that after.
The two of you both kind of go like, ugh, as it like pushes open as like loudly as possible. You can see that the darkness and like the musty, you get hit like a wave of this like musty, stale air that has been, this might be one of the first times in a while that this door has even been, opened. You start to see like a little bit of like orange glow coming in from the early rising sunrise, but it's still sun's still not up yet. You guys are trying to get like the jump on this guy before he wakes. The first thing that you notice as you push the door after the creaking, both of you, what role would this be? Let's call it. I'm going to call it a wisdom saving throw.
What? I'm not good at that. It's not what I'm here for.
I'll give you a wisdom or constitution saving throw.
Ooh,
your choice.
I think we're both probably so much better at that.
Okay, all right.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, it doesn't matter. 14.
All right.
What is that number?
I got those.
15.
15? Plus 3.
Sorry, I lied. 13.
13 for you, okay?
How dare you lie?
I know.
So, 16 for me.
16
I
for
saw the
me.
7
okay.
and I went, 7.
The two of you push the doors open, and you hear this creak, but then you also hear and see the sound of the skittering. I'm going to go ahead and say 30 rats swarm out beneath your feet. You both feel like dozens upon dozens of like hairy little scurrying bodies flit past your like ankles and feet as like this swarm of like skittering rats just blasts out of the door. And you also see a handful of like bats rats like fly out of the entryway as the doors open. 13 and 16, you're able to just kind of like stand stoically and embrace what comes as these kind of rats and bats. You kind of like give yourselves like a little bit of like the heebie-jeebies as these things kind of run past and flit under you, but you're able to kind of hold your composure enough to not just like run the other way from the rats.
I was expecting one tap dancer, so 30 rats is way better. That's fine.
You look into the darkness of the room and see that this place is not as big as it seems from the outside. You see kind of like a big loft, kind of like living room sort of area, and you see a stairwell up to what seems to be like a second floor. This looks to be almost like a older, taller, but still like 1 or 2 person home, and it certainly seems to be caked with dust and neglect. What you find around the room in the end, we'll see after we come back from our second break. And welcome back to 10-Sided Dice. We are continuing our adventure in Vylmire Manor. You would ask a little quick question about spell slots. Yeah, you know 8, and then your spell slots are 4, 3, 3, 1 for first, second, third, first level. We'll get there. To some spell slots.
I just wanted to make sure that I did it right. I had a panic.
Sure, yeah. So you two had just pushed open the doors to the manor. Rats, bats flying out. Lit a little tiny glow of sunlight coming into the room, but otherwise the two of you seem to be alone. You see that there are like scrolled scrolls and notes throughout the room. You can smell like this. You get this little scent of like rotting meat in this place. Whether it's steak or otherwise is to be determined. And you can see all sorts of like gothic like accoutrement, the style in here. You see like a clock. You see like an armoire off to the side. You see this like gold kind of gilded fireplace, and you get this just like unnerving chill of being watched in the room. Go ahead and both of you give me a perception check or investigation, whichever is higher.
Oh, that was a 7. It rolled to something better. You said perception or investigation? That's going to be a big 8.
8, okay.
There we go.
How about for you, Sarah?
19. Perception
nice.
or
Okay.
investigation. It doesn't matter. They're the same.
8, 19. Maeve, on the table nearest you as you kind of enter, you see there is like this, it looks like a journal that is open, and there's like a quill and an inkwell next to it, and it seems like whoever was writing was kind of like interrupted as they were penning this. And on the table you also see something that kind of like takes you aback at first. What looks like a severed hand is on the table next to the book, and it seems that there are like little bits of like meat and blood that have been taken off of this thing, seemingly sitting here as like a half-day-old snack to some nasty creature. Next to this scrawled journal. You'd have to kind of sit and read it a little more to see what was in it, but you notice that right away. With a 19, that feeling of being watched, you recognize the source of. Almost kind of like standing purposefully in a shadow at the top of the stairs. You see this thin-framed man, kind of like ear length, wispy, whitish gray hair, and like a maroon and gold like felt noble's clothes with like a long cloak on his back. seems to be like holding himself up on like a walking cane, and looks down at the two of you from the top of the stairs, probably like 10 stairs up, at this loft. And you see, kind of like looking at you through like, a silhouetted face. You see like bright red eyes kind of like looking down at you, at the bottom of the stairs. And you hear this voice kind of creak out from him and it says, "I don't believe I was expecting visitors today. What are you doing here?"
Do we recognize him as Lawrence?
As he takes like a couple steps down the stairs, you can start to see in like faint candlelight in the room, definitely the man you saw on trial back in your home city. This is Lawrence, former Lord Lawrence Swain.
I don't think we needed an invitation. We're here for vengeance.
Vengeance. I think I've served penance enough. I live squalidly. I run between the shadows, and I'm far from my own city. What more vengeance could be done upon me?
You let young die in the street, and you think having a humble home is penance?
I've already been punished by the courts. And he looks at you. See, he looks at the two of you back and forth. And he says, "And does that mean the two of you have?" He starts to chuckle. Come to kill me? Is that what you aim to do?
I think I don't dignify that one with a response. It's just kind of like an eyes.
He looks and he says, "Very well then. Let's see if you're any good with that blade of yours." And you see this kind of like moment of pause as you both see him take his walking cane and kind of like throw it down the stairs, and it kind of like clinks. And you see this very like suddenly quick burst as he almost seems to come like 30 years like younger in a second, and he rushes down the rest of the stairs down into this like living room area between the two of you. You're at the table, you're kind of still in the doorway, facing the stairs. You hear like a hissing and a fling as you see sharp fangs and talons brandished from this seemingly old man, and Lawrence Swain the noble has left, and Lawrence Swain the vampire has revealed himself in the shadows here. And that is where we're going to leave off on our first episode of Vengence at Vylmire Manor. Julia and Sara, thanks so much for coming and playing today, and we will see you all next time on episode 2. This has been 10-Sided Dice, and stick around. Thanks.